Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. Today I'm going to show you how to make some beautiful home decor using these Dollar Tree wood. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, and now let's craft. Starting with my first project, I will be not duping this but more like an inspiration from this natural wooden plank mirror wall plaque that is sold at Kirkland's for almost $200. The one I'm making, it costs me under $10. So I'm going to start with 5 of these Dollar Tree wood planks. I'm going to now use my ruler to measure where half of this is because I'm going to draw a line. So you can either cut these halfway, or what I did, instead of cutting them, I just painted them differently. I am using these paints that I got from Hobby Lobby. I will have the colors in the description box in case you want to check them out. I will be using the Dollar Tree painter's tape to add it in the middle. Then I'm going to paint one side using one color and then the other side using a different color. I did let this dry in between each section. I wanted this to look more like a stain, so I grabbed a wet napkin and just wiped some of that paint off. Once this was dry, I then used the same painter's tape and added it to the other side to paint the other side. Now on this side, I'm using the Waverly Antique Wax. Once it was dry, I then repeated the same thing to 2 of the wood planks. Now for the third one, I did use the gray color on one side, and on the other side I used the Waverly Antique Wax, but I added a little bit of black paint, which honestly I added way too much. So what I ended up doing is just adding more antique wax, and then I wiped it down until it looked more lighter because I felt like it was too dark. Now for the other 2 wood planks, on one side I'm going to use this khaki color or beige color, and then on the other side I'm going to use the white and the gray and the Waverly Antique Wax and a little bit of black paint, which honestly I made a mess, but you'll see at the end how I fixed it. So this is where I felt like I messed it up, because honestly it looks like the other gray color. So what I ended up doing is I tried to wipe up the most I could, and then I went over it with some white paint, and I love how this one turned out. After I had gone with white paint, I then used a wet napkin and just like swipe it down, and I love how this looked. And that is it for these 2 wood planks. Now I'm going to let them dry, and then I'm going to glue these together, but first I'm going to arrange them how I want them to go. I do want them to go one up, one down, one up, one down, like this right here. Once I liked how I wanted them to go, I flipped them around, and to attach these together I use a paint stick. Actually I used 2 of them, one at the top and one at the bottom. And this is how it turned out. Now for the mirrors, I did order some on Amazon. And this is why it is not a dupe. It's more like an inspiration, because look how here in the picture they look like some thin long mirrors. But then when I got them, they were like wide, which honestly I didn't even read the descriptions. That was my mistake. And these are the mirrors that I received. I still like them and I still use them, but I don't know, I feel like with the thinner mirrors would have looked better. I will be using 5 mirrors in total. Now here they don't look clear because they still have the plastic, which I didn't remove them until the end. Now these mirrors are self-adhesive, so all you have to do is just peel the back and then add them wherever you want. And that is it, guys. Now the last thing I did was added some sawtooth hooks on the back so I can hang this. But look how beautiful and high-end this turned out. My next inspiration comes from these Amazon wood hanging wall planters. Now to do this, I'm using 2 of the Dollar Tree wood planks. Now the first thing I'm going to do is measure these, because I am going to get all the pieces from 2 of the wood planks. And this is how I mark them down. I am going to use my handsaw to cut these. So the side parts, I made sure they were the same size as like the front and the back. Now for the bottom, there is 2 bottoms, but I'm only using 1. Before I glue these, I am going to paint the other side using the Waverly Antique Wax. Now once they are dry, I am going to start to glue these together. And I'm using hot glue, but I do recommend you using wood glue instead. As you can see, you can make 1 planter out of 2 of the Dollar Tree wood planks. So if you want to make a set, you do need 4 of the wood planks. To be able to hang this on the wall, you need something like a sawtooth hook, or just add a little string. But honestly, I think it will be so much better with a sawtooth hook. Now the last thing I did is I added some greenery, and that is it. Look how cute this turned out. My next project wasn't inspired by anything I seen at the store, but something I have already done using a Dollar Tree wood shelf. Now for this, I'm using one of the Dollar Tree wood planks, which I painted with the Waverly Antique Wax. Then I use these rub-on transfer sheet that I got from the Dollar Tree. I am going to use Welcome Home and add it like more towards the bottom of the wood plank. I then grabbed different greenery that I had that was like a leaf, and it was like a flat leaf. And then I just tied it together using a jute twine. I then used hot glue and I glued it where the jute twine's at. And then I made a bow using the Dollar Tree ribbon and added there to cover the jute twine. But that is it. Look how beautiful this welcome sign turned out. And that is it for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comment section which one was your favorite, because I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.